Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I know so many of you over on TikTok have been blowing up the comments asking for this, so today we're finally doing some customer reviews analysis for it. But before we dive into that, be sure to check out this exclusive discount available for it. You'll find it in the description and in the first comment under this video. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Starting things off, our first reviewer gives us their perspective.
This reviewer has a long history with two-wheeled transport, moving from regular bicycles to motor scooters over the years. While scooters were fun, their limited range and the high cost of hauling them made exploring distant rural backroads impractical. After returning to traditional bicycling, our reviewer still longed for a way to tackle those hills and long country roads which felt out of reach. The discovery of folding electric bikes in this particular model was a complete game changer. As a shorter woman, this client needed a bike that was light enough to lift into a truck, and this one's manageable weight made it the perfect solution. The riding experience has been a thrill. The top speed feels plenty fast, and the bike is so efficient that our reviewer found its range might even exceed the estimates, as it glides along easily even with the power turned off. This client notes that using the pedal assist feature on flat ground feels a bit unnatural, so she reserves it for tackling hills. For general riding, she recommends two main approaches. Either use the throttle and ride it like a scooter with your feet stationary, or turn the power off completely and pedal it like a conventional bike. Proper maintenance is key. Our reviewer stresses the importance of inflating the tires to the recommended pressure using a floor pump with a gauge before every ride to prevent flats. It's also wise to be mindful of battery care, avoiding overcharging to preserve its lifespan. This client found it so useful that she acquired a spare removable battery to double the range for longer excursions, and even found an adapter to charge it in the car. For any complex maintenance, she suggests establishing a relationship with a local shop that services electric bikes. Overall, this folding electric bike has been a liberating and joyful purchase, replacing the need for a gas scooter and opening up a new world of exploration.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer was looking for an efficient way to get around and decided an electric bike would be a good solution for their commute. After several months of use, they found it to be a worthwhile purchase, though it came with a bit of a learning curve. Our reviewer notes that the pedal assist feature is incredibly sensitive, causing the bike to lurch forward with the slightest touch. This was startling at first, especially when waiting at intersections, and they learned to power the vehicle down completely when stopped to prevent it from moving on its own. They wished there was a way to disable the feature for moments when they only wanted to use the throttle. The client's daily commute is on rough roads with many bumps and potholes, which put the bike to the test. They were not surprised when a tire eventually needed replacing, and while the small wheel size made the task a bit of a hassle, it was manageable. The battery life has been reliable, providing more than enough range for their daily travel with power to spare. Like any battery, its capacity has diminished slightly over time. The motor is also noticeably loud, a whirring sound that they weren't sure was standard for all e-bikes. Overall, this client highly recommends this electric bike for anyone needing an affordable commuting option, like students or interns. They advise planning trips carefully, as the bike's weight and small tires make it incredibly difficult to pedal if the battery dies. It's better to walk it home in that scenario. Despite a pedal snapping off after hitting a curb, an incident that they feel actually saved their foot from injury, the bike has remained a dependable ride. They strongly suggest adding a basket for groceries and a good headlight, concluding that this ride has saved them a significant amount of money they would have otherwise spent on ride-sharing services.
Cool, let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer has now spent 6 months with their first electric bike, finding it to be a good starting point for their needs, especially considering its performance for urban commuting. Our reviewer, who covers roughly 30 miles a week, has been thoroughly impressed with the battery's performance, noting that it consistently lives up to its stated mileage claims. When utilizing the pedal assist feature, this client has even managed to exceed the typical range, while using full throttle alone generally sees the electric bike perform precisely within its advertised range and speed capabilities. While the option to fold this electric bike is a convenient feature, our reviewer admits they haven't personally made use of it. Living in a predominantly flat urban environment, this electric bike has proven ideal for daily commutes and running various errands. However, it's worth noting that this client believes its utility would diminish significantly in very hilly or rural terrains. A known characteristic of this particular electric bike is its lack of suspension, meaning every minor crack in the pavement is distinctly felt. Yet this was an expectation prior to purchase and hasn't posed a significant problem for our reviewer. The original seat, however, was a major point of contention. It stripped and became unusable after just a month. Despite being sent a replacement by the company, this client opted to purchase an aftermarket seat, which they found to be vastly superior and even provided some much-needed relief from the absence of shocks. Our reviewer has no complaints about the single-speed design, viewing it as one less component to potentially fail, a practical benefit given their flat surroundings. The main source of concern for this client, however, revolves around the availability of replacement parts. Specifically, the manufacturer's website has shown replacement batteries out of stock for an extended period, leading to worries about the future if the current be.
That's it for this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.